we'll check out the other part of the story, which is going to be here from Benny Johnson, who's also talking about it.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Buckle up. This one's
Wait,
going
I forgot to like the video. Don't forget, guys. You guys gotta like videos and comment when you can, for the algorithm, because YouTube did some change and it kind of fucked a lot of people over. All right, here we go.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Buckle up. This one's going to make you sick. We just got the first photographs of Holly, the woman who was clocked directly in the face by a grown-ass man and hit her head on the concrete. Could have killed her.
Yeah, she's lucky she's alive, honestly.
But you have to stare at these things in order to understand what we are fighting. We are fighting literal evil. And we are going to be calling for the most severe penalties, and we will not stop until justice is served here. We saw this horrible video this weekend of a middle-aged white couple getting savagely beaten by a black mob. We said it looked targeted. We said there was nothing random about it. It seemed like they were going to try and kill these people. This seemed like attempted murder. Now, of course, no news media covered it. Thank God for social media. This 52 million views, hundreds of millions of views of people seeing this beating. We've made a choice to not show the videos on this channel. We didn't know who the
the gist of it is that, like, she's not even looking, and the guy gives her a straight punch right to the face.
Individuals were. They've kept their identity secret, as you can imagine. They are suffering from.
And again, it was a man, so the strength disparity is really high.
Life-altering and potentially life-ending.
The strength and the strength and toughness the power and toughness disparity was quite high.
Injuries, and what I'm about to show you in just a moment is going to make your blood boil. Holly is the woman who was just celebrating a birthday party. She's a single working mother. She went to a friend's birthday party in downtown Cincinnati. That was her crime.
By the way, disclaimer, it's going to show some photos. And, wait, can I even show these photos? I don't know, am I going to get in trouble by Twitch?
It's uncommon.
Do you know, Julio? Can I wing it?
Unconscionable, says Vivek, who met.
No, I've seen these photos already. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, it covers it right here with the photos, yeah.
With her, that there were no police present in this very dangerous area of Cincinnati on Friday night. There wasn't even an ambulance to take her to the hospital. Hardworking Americans shouldn't have to worry about their safety.
Do you play it safe? Let me ask. Actually, Julio's gone right now. The funny thing is I could show this on Kick, no problem. But Twitch might have an issue. You'll check if Asbin showed it, says Sketch. The photos of, like, the woman getting beat up. Like, she basically, the woman herself, basically there was a person who talked to the woman, and they received photos of, like, the injuries that she sustained, and they were given the green light to post them.
When they have a good time in our cities. Holly is not a single local.
Here, I'm just gonna.
Not a single local or state official has reached.
We're gonna put, like, here. We're just gonna put that up right here. Okay, there we go. All right.
Out to her at all as of this afternoon, other than a police detective. Leftists like to lecture us about systemic injustice. These thugs turn our cities into a war zone. I'm done with excuses, and as governor, I'll be making sure that they're behind bars and not running wild. Our cops will have the green light to restore order. No apologies. Holly appreciates the kind words and prayers.
Yeah, sorry. Like, I really do want to show it. Like, if it were up to me, I would show the pictures, obviously. I think you should see the pictures, just to kind of get an idea of, like, how fucked up it was, what happened. It's just, I don't think it's worth it to freaking martyr myself over it, basically. Does that make sense? Because if I blow myself up, then it doesn't really do anything, basically.
Patriots across the country. Well, now Holly looks like she's ready to speak to make sure that these thugs suffer. We're going to talk about it here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bernie Moreno is the senator from Ohio. He's newly elected. He's from this area, and he has released the official photos of what happened to
Yeah,
Holly
I believe that
that night.
the photos were released with her blessing. Basically, she said that they can release them basically because obviously they're kind of like really bad photos and stuff. Yeah.
Seen the videos again. I will describe the video accurately. Holly was simply standing there doing nothing. She's a middle-aged woman, and a absolute animal just punches her 2 times in the face. She's a defenseless woman.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't show pictures of this. I shouldn't show pictures of like, this woman who got beat up and she wants the world to know like how badly she got beat up so that people can understand what happened. I shouldn't show that. I should show terrorist propaganda instead, right, guys? Maybe I won't get in trouble if I did that instead.
She hits the concrete, and everybody just cheers.
I should just have terrorists on my show talking about the terrorism that they do, and I should talk about how awesome it is, right?
The crowd
about how they're fucking heroes. Maybe then I'll be good. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't think I'll get banned for that. I'll probably maybe I'll get some some good pat on the head. Maybe get some front page.
Mob just cheers. They cheer it
on.
on.
Ages, thank you for the sub. Thank you.
That's it. Nobody even helps her. I call it animalistic. It is. It just is. Just call it what it is. It's inhuman. It's barbaric. And this is the result. This is Holly. Again, she's just a single mother, and she's gotten horrible facial concussion.
Hassan will now call me an incel.
Out of her eye.
Here, why don't we just like do this?
This is the fist he was punched in the throat.
I'm gonna put it like right there. There we go.
She got her lip and eye completely busted. She may never see again. She can't.
Hassan will now call me an incel.
Says Bernie Moreno, Cincinnati is an amazing and spectacular city. It deserves political leadership that matches the greatness of the citizens. The mayor issued a late and weak statement. Police chief blames social media, not the lack of almost 200 officers. Prosecutor lets lowlifes off with $400 bail. Some of these perpetrators got $400 bail, and now they're out of prison. And they're silent. The member of Congress is silent, posting about Ukraine. This is Holly. She wanted to have a nice evening out with friends. Instead, she got this. Holly gave me permission to release these photos so that others will never have to suffer.
I'll describe it to you guys. Basically, like her entire eye is purple. Like about I want to say like a tennis ball size. She's a tennis ball size, like purple area around her eye. Her lip is completely fucked up and her face is green. Like it's actually green, like green colored. It's really fucked up.
For what she did, we need and deserve change. Now, there's one other feature here, which is, of course, and when I say that this is tribal violence, I mean, listen, read this and tell me if watch the video and then read this. Cincinnati councilwoman Victoria Parks, Democrat, of course, commented on the recent attack, saying they begged for that beatdown. I am grateful for the whole story. They're cheering it on, just like they did in the video.
You see that shit? Man, that's crazy.
They're cheering it on. Ladies and gentlemen, reminder, we're battling evil every day. These are the photos of the victims.
I really feel like this year has been so evil. Just like the unmitigated evil, basically. It's just like so much evil shit is going on and all at the same time. And it's kind of crazy. Like, I think it really, again, like it feels like the devil's making a move. That's what it feels like.
The Cincinnati beating, it's just absolutely sick. Ugh. Cincinnati deserves better. What happened in Cincinnati, I like this post, what happened in Cincinnati justified our thesis over again. It wasn't just a simple fight. It was an organized hate crime. Most importantly, clearly organized lynching attempt to white people. After reviewing the video, I count 32 head stomps on the male victim, 17 active assailants. About 12 additional bystanders blocked aid or watched without intervening. The female intervener, who was punched unconscious, likely sustained TBI from the impact. Horrible lack of humanity. That's exactly right. Lack of humanity.
It really feels like, dude, it really feels like really feels like free run, but then we just let them in. I don't mean, I'm not making like an immigration thing or anything. I mean as in like we let the demons in basically, and we let them run rampantly, all for the sake of trying to be humanitarian about like criminals and all that. I'm not talking about immigration. I'm talking about just depravity. Like we allow the depravity to exist in our society. You know, we don't want to set up, we don't want to like put people in jail. We don't want to set up asylums for people that are crazy, and we want to create like a culture where it's okay to do these crazy things to people, and we let the demons rule us basically.
begged for what they got. I'm grateful. Says the city council, not an anon, the city council member. And here are the detectives, by the way. When I say that this was a targeted hate crime, I mean it. The detectives say that they think 2 of the suspects coordinated before assaulting the victim in downtown Cincinnati.
Wow.
The detectives are now out saying this was a coordinated attack. There are arrests that are happening. Here are some of the mug shots. There are now 3 arrests to report 4 days after the brawl. It took them 4 days to arrest people. 2 people.
Guys, imagine the case, right, where it's a black woman getting punched in the face by like a buff white dude who just socks her in the face like in the middle of a thing while they're beating up someone she knows. Like, just imagine that. Like, imagine like how crazy that would be, dude. That would be some BLM 2.0 shit. It would be wild.
People arrested on Tuesday, identified as 34-year-old Montez Merriweather and 24-year-old Derica Vernon. They were both charged with felonious assault and aggravated riot, not attempted murder. Wait for your federal charges. You haven't seen nothing yet. Cincinnati is in the spotlight.
And so, like I said, this whole thing is racist. It's not only it's racist to both white people and black people. Honestly, it's just globally racist. This entire mentality,
and not in a good way. Comes from J.D. Vance, conveyed shock and disgust at the incident. National shock and disgust at the incident. Jail records show a third individual, identified as 39-year-old Jermaine Matthews, was booked at 106 on Wednesday. He's charged with aggravated assault and riot. Now all eyes are on Hamilton County Jail. Cincinnati police. Teresa Teetage, who blamed social media instead of her own degenerate city and leadership.
Free Run was right, guys. We should have listened to her. We fucked up.
He has 5 sealed warrants to arrest specific people in the jail where they'll come to get processed. This is, of course, all related to the brawl. It was a fight turned melee where a man was reportedly punched and kicked, and his female companion was punched and kicked in the face and knocked unconscious. What we know. Anybody who caused harm will face consequences. Okay, well, what will be the hate crime.
I just want to be very clear that when I say that with just for all the retards that are gonna say that I'm talking about how certain race of people should be killed. When I refer to demons, I'm referring to like the culture, basically the culture itself. When I say demons, it's not like a physical person. I'm talking about like the culture that we're allowing to happen, basically.
That they deserve. Goodness. Will be the federal hate crime charges, because that's exactly what this was. This was clearly and obviously targeted. A.G. Bondi and A.D. Villain, this is attempted murder.
Oh, God.
We need attempted murder and hate crime charges here. This is exactly what we need. By now, everybody has seen the videos involving the brawl in downtown Cincinnati. At the end of the videos, a woman is clearly knocked out. Her name is Holly. I have permission to use her photo.
Well, you guys saw how fucked up it is.
She's badly bruised and was in the hospital for days and in a lot of pain, severe concussions, no broken bones. I do not have permission to post the video of the beating.
I mean, I still don't want to put it on for an extended period of time.
Goodness gracious. People are still celebrating this by now. There you go. Severe concussion, hate crime.
The scariest thing is like you see her like laid out on the ground and her eyes are still open. It's like she's looking at something, but then she's not at the same time. Like she's like she's not functional. Like her fucking brain blue screened. It's actually crazy.
Local leaders have failed these people. The suspects have been released on $500 bonds. Goodness gracious. We need and deserve change. Yeah. Well, I'm thankful, ladies and gentlemen, for Harmeet Dillon, who says that they're going to be looking into how local authorities handle this, that this is potentially a hate crime. That is exactly what it should be charged as. Every American is entitled to equal protections for our federal law enforcement, and we will ensure that justice is done.
So like a little bit of an unpopular opinion probably here on terms of hate crime. I actually don't like hate crimes in general. I think the idea of a hate crime is stupid. I think all crimes are hate. So I think the entire concept of a hate crime is like retarded. But then like if we're gonna have it, then I guess you would apply it if you could. But I don't know if this was necessarily for those reasons. It's hard to say yet. We don't have enough information to be able to make that determination. I think as the population, like maybe the police has more information on it, or other people have more information. But as far as like me, I don't know if you could classify it even as that. Even if we were to like take the premise of a hate crime face value, I don't know if we could apply that here. We'd have to see.
JD Vance, I think.
Attempted murder, yes, it should be attempted murder, attempted homicide, like one or the other. It should be something like that. Yeah.
Taking a very, very strong.
This is definitely like the use of lethal force against a person. And luckily she didn't die. But it was definitely intended lethal force against a person.
Step here as well in stating that this won't be allowed, that these people are thugs and they're going to get their asses thrown in prison. Probably the strongest stance from the most powerful leader that we've seen on this issue, JD Vance, speaking about this in Canton, Ohio, just one day ago. Thank God it is the Trump administration.
Do you think charges would be made if she did die? I mean, there would be murder or homicide, obviously, depending on what they can prove. If they went in it like with the idea of beating them up, if they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna beat the shit out of them, then they probably could they could probably get murder. But then otherwise, it seems probably like homicide.
The country right now.
About this,
there was a group of people who attacked a couple folks on the street in Cincinnati. Senator Bernie Moreno, some others have spoken out about it, have been critical of it.
Okay, yes. So what I saw, and I haven't seen the full context, but what I saw is a mob of lawless thugs beating up on an innocent person, and it's disgusting. And I hope every single one of those people who engage in violence is prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
Again, we've only seen the video of the beat up of them beating the person up. We don't know what led to that beat up, and I'm not trying to justify it. Like obviously, the beat up already is bad. That's already a bad thing. It's already, you don't really need to see more. But I don't know what led up to it in terms of them being completely innocent. Regardless, again, like I said, regardless of innocence, that doesn't really matter, because no matter what she said does not deserve lethal force being used against her. So it doesn't even matter. But what I'm saying is, like, we don't know that that's the case.
And they will be. They will be so long as law enforcement in the state of Ohio takes their job seriously. I know Dave Yost cares a lot about these things. But yeah, I actually, you're right. Bernie did send me a clip of this, and we talked a little bit about it. I don't know the full context. I don't know how the fight started. But the one part that I saw that was really gruesome is you had a grown man who sucker punched a middle-aged woman. And where I come from, at least, when you have a grown man who sucker punches a middle-aged woman, that person ought to go to jail for a very long time. And frankly, he's lucky there weren't some better people around, because they would have handled it themselves. But if
why is no one talking about the guy? I don't know. It's probably because what happened with the woman was so egregious that's taken like front stage, and like everybody's kind of ignoring like everything else happened around it. But that's why I want to know the full story.
not gonna handle it. The
I'm
cops
sure it'll come out eventually, right? Especially like there's going to be like a criminal case here. Like we're going to know eventually.
Cincinnati, the law enforcement, you've got to prosecute people. We've had way too much lawlessness on the streets of great American cities. How many of you all have wanted to go to downtown Akron or downtown Canton or downtown Columbus for a meal, but you're worried because the local authorities in these big cities have allowed lawlessness to run wild? We have got to make great American cities safe again for families and children. If you want to take your wife or your children out for a meal, you shouldn't be worried about street violence.
Yep. I mean, we'll know as more information comes out. It is awful though, and it's a good thing that a lot of people, again, what I said earlier about how luckily we have the new media, we have individual people covering these things, that we don't have to rely anymore on big media companies to tell us what's happening, right?